Didn't want, didn't feel like, didn't have to do this, but I got some colonized something. I don't even know. I'm assuming it's oyster mushrooms. I broke it up. It was in my secondary tent. And so I sterilized some substrate and I'll throw this in there and move on with my life. It's my Friday. I'm tuckered out. Gosh, the mushroom farm has turned into this dream come project come enduring factor in my life. So, hell, I've even got my golf clubs out here. So, oh, I got to turn everything on. I know. All right, so I got the laminate glove out here, impulse heat sealer. That's pretty much it. I'll get some gloves on, throw that on. I got new clean the counter, but whatever. Do it again. Let's see. I got some new liquid cultures, and I'll put these. So I don't have plates yet. I'll do rye grain inoculations, but I got liquid cultures. I'm hoping to go predominantly liquid culture, obviously. There, case in point, forward. So I'll get the magnetic stirrer out. I'll get the and yada yada, dude. Yeah. Tourister here. Got our first cruise ship in the season. And seasonals are here. People I don't know. They seem nice enough. Softball. I'm gonna take the season off. I'm taking the summer off of softball. So that's emotional, but is what it is, right? You can't less is more, dude. All the right amount is better. More does not equal better. And I just felt really defeated last year at a certain point. And then the softball league is cut getting their uh oh well hello. Glad you did. So they're cutting their funding. But it's like I'm on I'm on one of the vintage classic teams. And I like how I sterilized my hands. Now I'm gonna put gloves on and sterilize them again. I'm on one of the vintage softball teams in town. And they start putting together super teams. They're getting these guys out of college. And this is a small Alaskan town, and they put these elites together. And I'm like, you're missing the point of softball. And I don't even know if the team I was on will ever have a team. It's just devastating. It's like, of all the teams that do exist, that one is the only one that should be there. And instead, we got these young little schmucks running around. They don't even know what they got going on. They parade their little, yeah. I don't know. Not down. Fuck them. So, anyways, I got sterilized, master's mix substrate, 15 psi, 90 minutes. And this is rye grain berries. This is kind of funky. And in fact, I don't really like it. Looks a little slimy, or at least uncolonized on the bottom. No big deal. Uh, Kind of a ragtag situation. I had it in my secondary tent. I got liquid cultures for chestnut. I got liquid cultures for lion's mane. I'm gonna I'm gonna attempt to make a culture bank out of those two. And I also got some I got some plates coming. Same deal, lion's mane chestnut. Hopefully I can get a good run here for the summer. And the people of Sitka, Alaska will have adequate mushroom supply. Our grocery store got sold to Safeway. So times are changing. They're going to keep the name. So I'm going to break this up, but I'm going to kind of break it up gently. I got to, I like it. I just don't want the slimy bits on the bottom. So I got to clean the tent. I had, I had bags going before I went golfing with my dad, and they kind of botched. So the temperature in the garage fluctuates quite a bit, especially in the winter. We had kind of a cold snap. I've never seen this much snow in Sitka in quite some time. So pretty cut and dry here. Oh, I need a pair of scissors. Here, let me see. Yeah, where am I? Okay. I don't really have a contamination issue, but I gotta just give it some of that. This is official techniques. All right, let's just move on. Um, yeah, bittersweet. I'm mourning and grieving softball. I gotta get out of the boat some more. Put some crab pots in the water. Just sit out there. I can't. First slaving away, going to all the practices. Softball's brutal, and then if you get slaughtered, it's not. You don't even bat. You're up like once or twice. The other team's just fucking running it. Excuse my language. It's just shit, And then it's like, and then they're like, "Oh, the city's cutting our funding. Go to the city council and tell them to fund the softball." And it's like it's just too little, too late, man. The climate is off. There's a problem. If funding for softball gets cut, the people running softball should go. Honestly, fire it. Fire the volunteers. I don't care. They suck. You know what I mean? Done with it. So I'm gonna throw, since nobody's watching, it's I'm gonna just throw a couple of walnuts in here of colonized raw grain berries. I got the laminar flow hood going. That's critical. Trying to touch the inside. Just a couple of dollops here. Just give it some love. I got 6 bags to fill. Oh God. All right. That's the thing about summer lasts 3 months, so it's kind of this whole thing, build up, execution. Let's get a nice seal here. Full seed sealer. There we go. Nice and crisp. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna mix them now. No, I'm not. I'm gonna move over here. I'll do that here. If I start operating solely with liquid cultures, it'll be a whole new dynamic. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got it dialed in with moisture content. Okay. Again, less is more, right? For a while there, I think it was under moistening the substrate. Got this puppy at 5. Oh yeah. YouTube channel's doing pretty well actually. I have quite a bit of a buzz going with the catalog. Look at this tiny guy. This is the leftover. I'll wash my hands again after this. For the most part, pretty good. I'm pretty good contamination rate if I uh, get the temperature correctly. Hello, hello. Good to have anybody and everybody. So I'm mostly a shorts channel, but I'm gonna do an Alaskan mushrooms episode. I'm gonna do a Kyle on boat episode. Also, then gonna do more of coffee with Kyle episodes, and we'll just go from there. This is my life now, YouTube, and it's not much about situation. Oh man, so I've used way too much of this. I have been cavalier. Night and red blue, loading in the starstream. Okay, wow. I have my measurements are off. No, but heating the garage is expensive, I think. Boy, looks like a good seal, but why can I get my finger in there? Again. That's much better. Huh? Very good. Okay. So I've been looking at invasive mushroom species, and we're mostly softwoods up here. So lion's mane and chestnut, I don't feel too concerned about. It's the yellow oyster that is the mushroom of concern, especially down south. But I'm not the climate that I live in is not as hospitable. So as long as I as long as I'm growing mushrooms that don't or can't operate here, then I will should be good. I'm curious how the new Safeway they respond. to a mushroom cultivator. I wish I had, or if they're aware of Alaskan law regarding quasi cottage industry situations. So, all right, one more of this. I don't know how much more I got. It's all workflow issues. God, I had to file my city taxes, even though I didn't do anything. I had to check a box. Now Anchorage wants me to contact them for some reason. They're like, we should be paying us taxes too. I'm like, wow. Boy, I cashed that out. Roommates are going out of town, and I'm turning 40. Unbelievable. All I got to show for it is a giant mushroom farm in my garage and a YouTube channel. Come on, we can seal it. Twofer. So that is sterilized master's mix substrate. I threw in some colonized ryegrain berries. I believe I have oyster mushrooms here. Like I said, I got liquid cultures, chestnut mushroom, lion's mane. I'm gonna make a culture bank with that. I'm gonna extrapolate the liquid cultures. I got 2 plates coming in the mail. Again, lion's mane and chestnut mushroom. And then I'm gonna fill the grow tent with that. And we'll see what the summer holds. I think that's about it. King Trumpet will be the third. This is probably the last of the oysters. I'm gonna go King Trumpet. So lion's mane, chestnut, and then King Trumpet, and that'll be the menu. So, right, still a little bitter about softball. I just don't think things are run properly. But what I suppose I'm one to talk. Once I get my mushroom farm operational, then maybe I can complain about everybody else's problems. I got to take care of the dogs tomorrow. I got 2 days off. Got to call my mom. Life's hard. We'll pull through. I am going to bounce. I got nothing else to say. Got nothing else to do. So, like I said, oyster mushrooms on the way, lion's mane, chestnut, and King Trumpet down the line. That'll be rocking. I'll get the I got I think 2 long forms that I want to pull off. And then my daily shorts. This is my life. I'm okay with it. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for your support.